Gotta vacuum my carpeting. That's the original from the factory, 1987 parts that are going to the garbage. This reading on the mechanical fuel pressure gauge, I got 2 blocks from Ralph's and I got 2 PSI. So I immediately shut the car off. It's under 3 PSI if I'm not mistaken. That's a big problem. And on top of that, my electric fans refuse to work also, both of them. But when I depress behind that plate, behind the kick panel, when I depress the black button for the Ron Francis dual fan control switch, the fans engage, not a problem. So Ralph said it's something like air, a lot of air got into the system because he took off the upper radiator hose. Air got into the system, that's why the temperature sensor for the Ron Francis system is not getting an accurate enough reading, even though that was saying 200 degrees. Ralph said the inaccurate reading from the air is what was allowing it to only stay at, allowing the fans not to come on, as a matter of fact. I'm tired. I lost track of what I was about to say. But anyway, let me get up under here. The first thing I noticed was low fuel pressure on this baby right here. Started up the car. It's idling to warm up, heat up properly before I leave. This was the first thing that told me 2.5 PSI. So I said, what the hell? Look at the one on the hood, the mechanical on the hood. It said the same thing. The car continued to shut off. I called Ralph. I did what I could as to test certain things like the fan control switch, etc. And I'm back here, okay, with 2 or 3 cutoffs. And thank God I only got about like 5 minutes driving distance away from here. And the main thing, the electric fuel pump does engage, does turn on, but Ralph feels that the Summit Racing Equipment inline fuel filter that's about right under there, he feels that got clogged because the electric fuel pump in the back is on. It got clogged here, alleged, at the filter. He's gonna take that down, if not tomorrow, the next day. I'm gonna leave the car here with them. So he's gonna take the fuel line, that inline filter crap, down and see if the pump pushes enough fuel through without that filter, and that would be the culprit, the Summit defective filter, which, you know, I hope that's all it is that defective Summit filter, because this system, electric Carter fuel pump in the back, mechanical TA street strip pump on the block, has been like that for over 6 years, working totally fine. And like we said, the only addition is the regulator into the system and that Summit inline fuel filter. So we're gonna see what's going on. That's about it. And this is from the semi overheating. I cannot stand that, you know. But anyway, so far so good. Just the fans refused to come on. He said the system needed more fluid. It only had air, a lot of air, because he took this off to give me the regular clamp that I asked for. And also, oh, one more thing. Brian at gbodyparts.com, Brian Weaver. I need a steering box. The one down here is damaged. Not the pump, not the power steering pump. Ralph said it's the actual steering box down there that's screwed up. So if you would happen to have one of those, please let me know. And also let me know about my seat belt. I'm not sure if you're on vacation. I looked at your page, Brian at gbodyparts.com, Brian Weaver. I looked at your page, I think about a week ago, and I said, wow, no activity. But I'm in need of this. When I bought the car, this bad boy, let me see if I can get this to focus better. Yeah, when I bought the car, this was already like this, but it stopped working a couple of weeks ago altogether. But I said, thank God it refused to let me get the seat belt in, opposed to it getting stuck inside. Anyway, so far so good. And the speedometer works. The vacuum gauge, it goes up and down a little with the cam. I think it went up to about eight, yeah, I think it went up to about 8 regarding vacuum. And the fuel, oh, let me get to that. It's one game after another. Now the fuel level gauge, it works. I went to the gas station, put fuel in, $10, because alleged it was reading quarter of a tank. So I put that in, and it went all the way to full, which I know that's a common lie. And this is not gonna, let me give it a whirl here and see what's going on. No, it's not gonna start because we were out here messing with the fuel pressure regulator. Ralph. Those are my house keys. My shades. That's Ralph's, let me go over there and see what's going on with his. I thought you were gonna do something, Ralph. Yes, sir. That 396 SS. Greg Hearn. When I see these, it remind me of you, Greg. Yes, sir.
Push that car inside. Chris, that's